Brought to you by stationhousecoffee.com and inspireddisorder.com/prime.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Swipe Up, the 92nd episode of the show where I share some of my favorite posts from Instagram. Let's get it started, shall we, with this first post here. Just a beautiful example of how extremely gorgeous nature can be. This is a strawberry squid that looks like it's made by just an amazing glass blower, but it's just a real life thing that exists in the ocean. Yeah, just gorgeous. I don't know. Like it looks like it's completely bedazzled with just jewels and emeralds. I don't know. I can't explain the beauty that I'm seeing right now. So if you're only listening to this episode, do yourself a favor and check out the video version. But yeah, it's just insane that like living things can have this kind of beauty. But yeah, so starting off with some beauty, let's move on to another piece of beauty. This is a piece of it's graffiti, street art. It's like a giant photo covering the entire side of a wall, the Chronicles of New York City, in New York, on the Brooklyn Museum, maybe, or maybe it's just somewhere in New York. But it's just like this complete side of a building looks like it's got windows on it, where people are inside, kind of looking out, and then there's a giant stairway that's just full of people, and they're all doing stuff. It almost seems like a Where's Waldo type of thing with how many people are in this, and I don't know if it's what it's taken from. Looks like maybe some famous people are in there, but yeah, it's crazy. It's just awesome. It's very different from what most street art looks like. Like most street art is, sometimes it's just like art, like a big art piece, or maybe like some cool font, kind of trippy fonts, leaving their name. And sometimes it's like pictures and stuff, but this is just so much. It's just awesome. It just, yeah, I don't know. I love it. That's why I showed it. All right, now moving on to one of my favorite podcasters, David Chen, went to CHOP. He lives in Seattle, so he went to the CHOP, the kind of anarchy zone or whatever in Seattle, the place where there's no police. It's just a lot of artists have taken over, and he went through and took a bunch of pictures of. There's just a lot of art installations from what I've heard. He did a podcast with his wife where they talk about it. They both went to this area on two separate occasions separately, and they gave their thoughts on what's going on. And it seems like, for the most part, everything's very peaceful there. It's only, there's businesses that are still open, but it's primarily on the streets, and then half of a park, which the park they're turning into, they're digging up to turn into like little farm areas, little gardens, I should say. So it's, I don't know. It seems like an amazing kind of a thing that's going on, which I've heard other people say there's similar areas like this overseas, like in Europe, which I'm blanking on, of course, the names of that, but it's interesting to get a view of what's going on inside. And of course, if you're on TikTok or whatever, that's generally the social media platform where I see a lot of what's going on kind of firsthand. You get to see what's going on either with protests or, even what's going on in the CHOP. But yeah, just some amazing images captured here from David, who is also an amazing photographer, in addition to podcaster. Go check out he does so many podcasts, but Slash Filmcast has been a staple of mine since 2006, 2008, maybe. All right, moving on now to Mike Maxwell, buddy of mine from San Diego. He's got a solo art show at BG Gallery, which I believe is in LA, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure where it is. But he's doing a solo show that got postponed, Santa Monica. So it got postponed due to the coronavirus lockdown, which it kind of seems like we're going back into another lockdown here. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see. He has a very unique style of art, does a lot of portraits, but it's kind of surreal too, kind of abstract at times. But yeah, wanted to, this is a little teaser of some of the pieces that he's got on display. So awesome for him. Now moving on to Dustin Poirier, who was a winner in last Saturday's UFC event. He's also the first recipient of a new award that Forrest Griffin, my old-time favorite fighter, got to meet him after the day after he fought his last fight against Tito Ortiz. But the Forrest Griffin Community Award, the first inaugural award, goes to Dustin Poirier, who has foundation. God, what is his foundation called? Better Fight, something like that. He raises money for a bunch of different things, building wells overseas, donating food to people who are struggling. During this past fight, this last Saturday, he teamed up with a restaurant in New Orleans to give away free food to people who, or he would pay for their food anyway. The tab was on him, or his charity, to pay for people's food who wanted to go watch the fights. Just great. Dustin Poirier is a great dude, but there's a handful of UFC fighters that do a lot of charitable work, and it's heartwarming. I really enjoy it, and congratulations to Dustin Poirier for being the first UFC fighter to start off this new award, which is awesome. Now, I think the last post here, an update from Khabib Nurmagomedov and his dad dealing with coronavirus. Now father's condition is still serious. He is in intensive care. The coronavirus is gone, but the infection has left consequences on the kidneys and the heart. I come to the hospital. He recognizes me, but there's no verbal communication because he's under the hospital devices. Every day I visit him for an hour, for half an hour, hold his hand, talk. He gestures to understand that he recognizes me. So the virus is gone, but he's still dealing with the repercussions of the virus. So thoughts and positive energy to the Nurmagomedov family and anybody else really that's struggling with this virus, especially now where it seems like people don't even acknowledge that it's a thing still, which is a little disappointing and a little scary. But I mean, my life isn't going to change any. I have nowhere to go, nowhere to be. So I'm continuing the lockdown, and just means there's going to be more episodes of Rona Days, which comes up tomorrow. But yeah, let's do some shout outs and get out of here, shall we? Shout out Octa Nation, Paul Craig, T Cheslovic _graffiti JR. Shout out Brooklyn Museum. Shout out Mayor or Mark. Shout out Ludmilak Reichman. Shout out David Chensky. Shout out BG Gallery, Mike Maxwell Art, UFC, Dustin Poirier, Forrest Griffin, Toyo Tires, and shout out UFC or ESPN MMA. Shout out to you for watching. Make sure you support our sponsors, StationHouseCoffee.com. Follow Station House Coffee on Instagram to order small batch, single origin, premium coffee brewed in Thetford Center, Vermont, shipped directly to you. Now's the time to support small business and order your coffee, your premium high-quality coffee from StationHouseCoffee.com, and follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. Also, sign up for Amazon Prime, 30 days free when you go through my link, inspireddisorder.com/prime. Amazon Prime gives you so many benefits, including streaming service of thousands of movies and TV shows, music, borrow Kindle books, and of course the unlimited free 2-day shipping. So sign up now, inspireddisorder.com/prime to get 30 days free of Amazon Prime. Inspireddisorder.com/prime. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!